Hari ini kami dikejutkan dengan kesediaan Kerajaan Barisan Nasional untuk membenarkan rang undang-undang pribadi untuk meminta Akta Mahkamah Syariah Bidang Kuasa Jenayah 1965, di mana kita boleh lihat bahawa kedua-dua UMNO dan PAS telah adakan kolaborasi dan kerjasama dalam aspek ini. Minta maaf, saya betulkan. Di manakah Barisan Nasional dan PAS telah adakan kolaborasi dan kerjasama dalam aspek ini. Kedudukan dan juga pendirian Parti DAP adalah amat jelas bahawa kami tidak akan bersetuju dengan sebarang pindaan yang bertentangan dengan perlembagaan. Dalam aspek ini, Parti DAP rasa bahawa ia bertentangan dengan perlembagaan. Dan saya ingin tegaskan bahawa itu bukan sesuatu yang anti-Islam ataupun anti amalan-amalan syariah. Tapi kami hanya nak pegang kepada prinsip perlembagaan haruslah dibela dan dipertahankan. Oleh itu, DAP kurang bersetuju dengan rang undang-undang peribadi ini yang dibawa oleh Marang kerana kami rasa ia bertentangan dengan perlembagaan, di mana dinyatakan bahawa semua penalti dilaksanakan kecuali hukuman mati. Saya ingin tegaskan bahawa ini bukanlah satu pandangan terhadap undang-undang syariah atau Islam. Hanya berdasarkan prinsip utama, iaitu ia tidak boleh berseterangan dengan perlembagaan. Oleh kerana ia adalah tidak berperlembagaan, maka ia tidak dipersetujui oleh Parti DAP. Dan pada masa yang sama, kami ingin tahu mengapa Barisan Nasional telah tukar pendirian. Kami masih ingat bahawa parti-parti komponen daripada MCA, MIC, Gerakan dan juga SCPP bersama dengan parti-parti dari Sabah dan Sarawak menyatakan sekiranya perkara ini dibenarkan, maka mereka akan keluar daripada Barisan Nasional dan termasuk juga letak jawatan. Saya ingin tahu sama ada mereka bersedia buat demikian. Saya ingin tegaskan bahawa ia adalah berkaitan dengan isu perlembagaan. Sekiranya perlembagaan tidaklah dipelihara dalam keseluruhan keadaannya, maka ia tentu ada kesan ke atas masa depan negara kita yang terdiri daripada masyarakat majmuk. So di sini, atas prinsip bahawa ia tidak berperlembagaan, Parti DAP amat bimbang dengan perkembangan terbaru ini. Dan kami ingin menanyakan parti-parti MCA, MIC, Gerakan, SUBP dan juga parti-parti daripada Sabah Sarawak yang selama ini menyatakan bahawa mereka tidak bersetuju. Mengapa mereka bersetuju sekarang? Dan adakah mereka akan jalankan apa yang mereka janji sekiranya ini dibenarkan? Tentang isu-isu lain, saya rujuk kepada peguam. Ya. Kalau ada apa soalan sebelum saya minta peguam DAP iaitu Yang Berhormat Gobind Singh untuk memberikan ulasan. Any questions?
DAP kecewa ke?
Ya?
DAP kecewa ke?
No, kita terkejut kerana ia tiba-tiba naik. Semalam tidak ada dalam peraturan mesyuarat. Dalam urusan mesyuarat. Semalam tidak ada dalam aturan urusan mesyuarat. Hanya pagi ini saja. Dan tiba-tiba ia boleh naik untuk diluluskan oleh pihak kerajaan. Dan saya rasa ini menunjukkan bahawa memang ada kerjasama lah. Saya belum pasti sama ada untuk pilihan raya kecil Kuala Kangsar atau Sungai Besar, tapi walau macam mana pun tentu kami bimbang tentang kedudukan perlembagaan Malaysia.
Sidang datang DAP akan bantah keputusan.
Ya.
Sidang akan datang DAP akan bantah usul ini dibahaskan.
Apa yang saya sebut tadi ialah sama, iaitu bahawa sekiranya ia tidak berperlembagaan, maka DAP tidak setuju. Ini bukanlah terhadap apa undang-undang syariah. Kedudukan perlembagaan sebagai undang-undang tertinggi di bawah perkara 4. So saya rasa itu yang penting untuk rakyat Malaysia.
Do you think it's a political ploy to further divide the opposition?
Well, saya rasa tentulah, kerana mereka rasa ini boleh digunakan untuk pilihan raya kecil Sungai Besar dan Kuala Kangsar. Semua pun DAP tak bertani di kedua-dua kawasan. Tapi kami rasa bahawa ini adalah untuk tujuan politik. Tapi sekiranya tujuan politik ini digunakan untuk menjejaskan perlembagaan Malaysia, saya rasa itu bukanlah sesuatu yang sihat. Nanti saya akan minta YB Gobi untuk jelaskan. Any other questions before I talk about the legal points? Dari aspek ini semua pun dia hanya melibatkan orang Islam. Itulah sebabnya saya menyatakan tadi, ini bukanlah sesuatu terhadap Islam ataupun rang undang-undang syariah. Ini adalah kedudukan perlembagaan. Ia tidak boleh mengurangkan ataupun menjejaskan kedudukan perlembagaan. Kerana sekiranya ia bermula, maka kita tak boleh ada satu sistem, satu negara dua sistem. Akhirnya ia akan diperluaskan untuk seluruh negara. Itu yang amat dibimbangkan. Bukanlah sekarang tetapi masa depan. Kerana dalam negara tak boleh ada satu negara dua sistem. Sekiranya ada, maka perlembagaan kalau ia terus dijejas, maka akan berlaku akhirnya kedua-dua sistem bersamakan, iaitu satu sistem. So itu yang dibimbangkan. Iaitu masa depan. Sekarang tentu mereka cakap tidak. Macam sebelum ni mereka cakap tidak. Tapi akhirnya kita lihat apa yang berlaku sekarang. So masa depan apa-apa boleh berlaku. So itu yang kami bimbang dari sudut perlembagaan. So sebelum ini Barisan Nasional cakap tidak. Sampai ada komponen parti cakap bahawa sekiranya dibenarkan maka mereka akan letak jawatan dan keluar dari BN. Tapi sekarang apa dah jadi? So dan dia dibuat secara mendadak dan tergesa-gesa. Itulah sesuatu yang tidak dijangka. Come again? I don't quite understand your question. How can I say?
Can't hear you.
Practicing democracy.
Who said?
Idris Ahmad.
Oh, okay.
Saying that their voting today was their way of practicing and eventually implementing democracy.
I think that's his views lah. These are his views. I think if it comes from parties that are moving a motion, of course he will say arguments to support the bill. But now I'm focused on Barisan Nasional, because Barisan Nasional must be the enabler and the facilitator. Why did they facilitate this private members bill? Only because of BN facilitating, then this one can come up. So in that respect, we want to ask, why did they go back on their word? BN has said, especially the component parties have said, that if this is permitted, they will resign and they will leave Barisan Nasional. So why have they not left Barisan Nasional? Or are they going to leave Barisan Nasional?
The amendments right now actually impact Sharia law, Muslims and Muslim court, but you're worried that it will...
No, because this is a progression. The question is that we feel that these laws, and that's why I think Gobin will explain later, are unconstitutional. So if it's unconstitutional now, and then it will only matter of time before it's extended. And this is an extension. This extension. As I say, I stress again, this is nothing against Islam or the Sharia. But what we are looking at is the constitution. So when the constitution is affected, it's only a matter of time where you have one system. You cannot have one country, two systems. It's only a matter of time when there is further progression of these laws where you have one country, one system. You cannot have one country, two systems. So this is what we are concerned about. Now you will say that it only affects one group, but you cannot have one country, two systems. It's only a matter of time before it's extended to the entire country. And that's what we are worried about the future. What does the future hold? So we want to stay our stand now, because we do not want the situation where in future, when there is such progression, we have not taken steps to defend the constitution.
But just to clarify, how can UMNO and PAS benefit from collaborate in this bill?
Because without Barisan Nasional,
by election.
No, without Barisan Nasional allowing the bill to come up, you will not be able to come up.
How can they be benefit?
No, because Ning Abdul had said that this will benefit PAS.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he said earlier in Malaysia Kini.
Okay.
Yeah, he said this will benefit PAS. The passing of these Hudu laws will benefit PAS in the by-election. So he said that earlier. So I think it's very clear there. Okay.
Adakah
Ya.
wajah besar PKR dengan PAS?
No, saya di sini tidak akan sebut tentang PKR. Biar PKR menyatakan pendiriannya dulu. Mereka belum menyatakan pendirian. Biar mereka menyatakan pendirian dulu. Sekarang ialah kita menunjukkan soalan ke atas Barisan Nasional yang telah menyatakan pendirian. Oleh sebab itu, saya rasa soalan penting harus ditujukan kepada komponen-komponen BN seperti MCA, MIC, Gerakan SUBB dan juga parti-parti di Sabah Sarawak yang telah menyatakan mereka tidak setuju dan rela keluar BN dan letak jawatan sekiranya ini dibenarkan, dan ini pun telah berlaku. Okay?
Just say a few words. Sangat jelas bahawa the first salvo for the two by-elections have started for Sungai Besar and of course for PAS, which is to declare its nature tomorrow. It's not surprising, but what is surprising, as our reporter from Malaysia Kini has asked, is why is PAS and UMNO collaborating with PAS in this matter? I think there's no doubt that the Prime Minister is under great pressure. He could only celebrate the victory of the Sarawak elections for 11 days, for 9 days, because on the 18th, on the 18th, 11 days, on the 18th, the two cases in Singapore and Switzerland, where banks were closed and individuals charged, criminal proceedings started, has brought all his jubilation to the ground. And he's under very great pressure. And I believe that probably today's political conspiracy between UMNO and PAS is somewhat related to that, in order to deflect attention from what is happening to the worldwide crackdown on one MTB. So it's to divert attention altogether from one MTB. For PAS, it will also help them. But of course, they're supposed to be competitors in the by-election. So and this raises a very big question as to what exactly is behind it. But finally, one other point is that, as the Secretary General has mentioned, we are here because we defend all Malaysians. We represent all Malaysians, Muslims and non-Muslims. We also represent Muslims as well. And we defend the 1957 Merdeka Constitution, which is very clearly articulated by the first Prime Minister, Dr. Abdul Rahman, the second Prime Minister, Dr. Razak, and the third Prime Minister, Hussein On, that this is a secular constitution. A third point I want to make is that if this collaboration had taken place 3 weeks ago, during the Sarawak general elections, Sarawak General Barisan Nasional would not have secured the victory is secured in winning 72 out of 82 seats. It will probably have a hard time even to get a 2/3 majority. So 3 weeks is a long time in politics, But nonetheless, I think there's no doubt that this is a major deviation from what Barisan Nasional had promised in the Sarawak. So those are my comments at the moment lah.
Okay.
UMNO dengan PAS sedang macam kerjasama. Next step mereka akan
Well, with their collaboration and then fighting in the two by-election, it raises many questions which are for voters to answer. Okay. Okay.
Maybe
One minute.
just to ask how DAP can stop this debate to be tabled again in the next session.
No lah, this is the debate is decided by the government. It will not be stopped. It will
Will
be
you
debated.
challenge in court or any other?
No, leave has not been granted yet.
Yeah?
Well, it's supposed. Hadi was supposed to seek leave to move the first reading of amendment. He only raised it, and leave has not been granted. I think Gobi can go further into it.
During your term as a lawmaker, have ever have the
No, this is the
House
first time.
ever-
First time it's happened. First time there's such collaboration.
Private members bill lah, never before. Yeah.
I think most of you all have seen the bill that was tabled this afternoon. If you look at the bill, there are primarily two parts that are of concern. First, of course, is Section 2, which talks about the fact that it will relate to persons professing the religion of Islam. And I think most significantly, the new Section 2A. Now, this section deals with sentencing. And what it says is, the new proposed provision is this: in exercising the criminal jurisdiction under Section 2, the Sharia court may pass any sentence allowed. Any sentence allowed by Islamic law in respect of the offence mentioned in the said section other than the sentence of death. Now, it is our view that this bill is very poorly drafted. It sends out a broad definition which we have serious concerns about. As you are aware, in this country there are two legislative lists. One, the federal list, and second, the state list. States are given powers to make laws in respect of certain matters, which include Sharia law. But criminal laws are by and large dealt with by the federal list. The question which arises is Section 2A and punishment, and whether or not those punishments which are suggested here would pinch on constitutional rights of all Malaysians, and of course, in this particular case, Muslims. You can see from a very glance of the bill itself that no express definitions are made. That is a problem. And this is the reason why we in the DAP say that we have serious concerns about the constitutionality of this bill. I do not propose to go into the details of it here because I probably would take the rest of the day to explain this to you. But rest assured, in the next session of Parliament, when this comes up for debate, we will raise this matter and we will oppose this bill, in particular, given the manner in which it's drafted. And of course, as I said earlier, our concerns that it pinches on the rights of individual citizens and therefore violates the federal constitution. Okay. All right, so I think that is the large aspect of it. The Secretary General has made it very, very clear that our concerns are to be looked at from a purely constitutional point of view. Therefore, our position that we have maintained all this while in respect of implementation of these laws remain. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.